Today we'll talk on gabions. We know that gabion is a case or box type structure, and rock pieces or boulders or concrete blocks or sand aggregates, soil, etc. are filled up in these boxes, and those are called gabions. But mostly it is the rock pieces and boulders which are filled up uh, in the gabions because they are locally also available in most of the cases. So Gabion basically uses rock pieces and boulders. And if we discuss uses of gabions, there are large number of uses like in retaining walls, particularly in hill roads, slope stabilization, toe walls for retaining walls, retaining roads, in hill roads, then flood protection walls, bank protection, rivers and coastal areas, canal bank protections, then river training works, soil protection to avoid soil erosion, protection of abutments and bridges, even we can use sometimes in piers, slope protection of road embankments, landscaping and architectural works, and sometimes it is used by military and police for their requirement. And let us discuss types of gabions. They may be woven gabions, gabion baskets, welded gabions, gabion mattresses, sack gabion, and reinforced gabions based on how they are prepared. But the materials used in gabions also we'll discuss. This gabion basket is like this, you can see, and in these baskets then they can be transported at site, and boulders or rocks or other materials can be filled up. Then welded gabions, it means that welded wire fabric is used in place of other type of wire, like we use say chain link fencing type wire arrangement, or what we were calling earlier sausage wire. So here in case of this welded wire fabric is being used. Then woven gabions may be there because you see this wire has been woven. Here this is like a mattress which has been used in bank production, so this may be called as mattress. Then there is sack gabion. It means it can be used in emergency cases, particularly when early in say before flood or before rains, we can have the sacks prepared or bags prepared with the gabions, and when required in emergency, they can be put up. And then reinforced gabion along with that gabions, other gabions type of gabions, what we can do is we can put additional this reinforcement also for the binding. Now let us discuss materials used for making gabions. Generally, I think this is GI wire which is mostly used, and nowadays we have geogrids also. So these two type of materials, GI wire and geogrids, are largely used. Then there is welded wire fabric, as we have told, because they can be used on horizontal layer and vertical layer, exactly that is available. So in architectural application that can be used easily. Then GI wire with PVC coatings are also available mostly, but that is not used. Then gabions in retaining walls. Let us discuss the walls can be made very fast. That is the advantage. More pressure is released in such walls. Walls can be made as per ground contours of slope. So that is the advantage over RCC walls, because we don't need vertical walls with when we are using gabions. And then wide foundation like toe and heel of RCC walls is not required, and even this can be placed on different levels, so that is another advantage. And RCC walls can be casted up to certain height only. However, Gabions walls can be adopted for Such structures which have where say in slope protection we require large area or large length for that, so there also we can use and we can utilize the ground contours for Gabion walls. Then the walls can be used in sinking areas also. There are some sinking areas where ground level go on sinking, and if we use any other say RCC material and all that that fails, so it is better, it is always better to use Gabion walls, and Gabion walls will take the settlement, or even if it is failing for certain regions, then it can be replaced easily. Then this can be used for both type of walls, that is retaining walls and breast wall. Normally we are calling breast wall as for that hillside, and the valley side we are calling retaining walls, but nowadays this retaining wall is used in all type of walls where we are retaining the soil. No skilled workers are required, skilled workforce is not required, so workers may be locally available workers. From them also Gabions can be constructed. Work can be done in adverse weather, and many times we require such work or such construction operating walls in adverse weather, particularly because landslides are during rains only, so there we can use these Gabions. They are highly economic in hilly areas because boulders are available, so that is good. And then scarce materials like cement and reinforcement may not be required to construct Gabions. You can see this picture where retaining wall is being constructed. Then let us discuss Gabions for slope protection. It can be used for slope protection, like in road pitching. And then Gabion matrices are there, or even single layer as per the requirement can also be used. Then it avoids soil erosion, and we can use to avoid soil erosion these Gabion walls. The vegetation growth is faster in such cases, and because the gaps and the wire both help in natural vegetation to come, so that is added advantage. And water also, because gets through, so vegetation comes on this, and then natural stabilization of slow waters, that is added advantage. It helps in release of pore pressure as we have discussed, and the repair and installations are also easy. Suppose some part is to be repaired, then only that part can be repaired easily, and installation is also easy. No skilled workforce is required as we have discussed, and work can be done in all weather. Let us talk use of Gabions for flood protection and bank protection works, even river training works. Gabions can be used for flood protection and river or coastal bank protection. They are very suitable for river training works. In case of flood damage, such structures are easy to repair, and other benefits are similar to those given in other uses earlier we have discussed. See this photographs and river bank protection of the river. Then you see here that what we call it is spurs or groins. These groins have been used, and these may be of different type, as we know, attraction type or repelling type or rocky type spurs. We also call it spurs, and they are very good in river training works, and to avoid damage of the banks. So advantage in case of Gabions is that they can be done easily here. Water problem is not there, and then even damage is there at the ends or at the both the ends. It may be depending upon the type of spurs. They can be repaired easily. So a very good material or very good type of protection works when we are using Gabions in such works. Here another use is there where stormwater drains can be constructed with Gabions. You can see here, so you don't require anything, even foundation has not been done here. Here in architectural application you can see how this has been used. So that is another use nowadays architects are finding. Here you see in canals this has been used, and then again this you can see here it has been used along with the geomembrane. And you see the greenery, this has been planted though, but it helps that for architectural application, aesthetics also it can be used. Here also you see in landscaping it has been used beautifully. Then this is the natural growth which has come up because of the Gabions only. Otherwise, in other type of structure or permanent like RCC structures, this may not be feasible. You see, this type of Gabions can be taken up anywhere, and they are easy. Even the local workers are doing the construction, and then they can be used for such type of structures which when permanent structure like bridges or culverts are not coming, even aqueducts etc. they can be used. So advantages of Gabions are that does not create pore pressure or releases pore pressure of backfill, and can be repaired easily, and soil stabilization occurs and vegetation gets developed for slope stability. Locally available boulders are suitable for construction, does not require much time to construct structures compared to RCC structures. Highly skilled workforce is not required, locally available workers can do it. Work can be executed during rains also, that is advantage of such type of Gabions. Emergency operations can be taken up with Gabions, and then ground controls can be followed. Aesthetics can be added, and plantation is also feasible. Then Gabion boxes can be joined together with reinforcement for global stability. However, in case of failure, it may fail completely, I think. Concept of reinforced soil can be clubbed with Gabion retaining walls. That is also an advantage. Gabions can be used for various applications like flood protection, slope protection, river training works, then soil stability, slope stability, architectural landscaping works, structure protection like abutments, piers, and structures in water, and that has many advantages you can think of. Thank you very much. I am KM Soni, ADG retired CPWD. Thanks a lot.